Before we do move forward, we do
Yep.
have to. I do have to bring this up. We gotta address the elephant in the room. I mean, you gotta love these. Just start recording whenever. All right, we are back. We are live. 2 weeks off, boys. A lot of vacations. Mainly Eric. Me and Brandon were just twiddling our thumbs until Eric got back. That's okay though.
Much needed.
Right here
Much
working,
needed.
traveling for work.
Yeah,
Eric's out doing whatever he wants.
Well,
Yeah.
I literally got to see Anish. Got to go on like 2 different vacations over like a 2.5 week period. It's been a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was fun. I had to come down to Nashville for a work trip and got to see the boy, Eric. Brandon was going the other way for a work trip, so we weren't able to sync up with him, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I went all over Tennessee except for Nashville.
I know. Weird.
Literally all.
Choice,
weird,
Brandon.
yeah, weird how that works.
Did my best to stay away from Anish.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good seeing the boys, catching up while we had a little mini break. Luckily though, we did backlog an episode, so we only missed 1 week instead of 2. So didn't leave our viewers hanging by any means.
Yeah, and
So,
great news. We're back.
we're back,
It was
baby.
It was weird not having one last week.
Mm-hmm.
It was. It did feel weird. It did feel weird, but it's okay. We still pumped out some content for the people, the loyal followers, the loyal subscribers. So the views are still coming in. So props to the viewers for helping us out. So let's go ahead and roll right into it, boys. Shake off the rust. Let's pick up right where we left off. So Eric, you want to take it away with this week's fake ad read of the week?
I sure do. Knocking those cobwebs off. All right. Today's sponsor is Sunbum Sunscreen. I just got back from a beach trip with my family, and I can honestly say that Sunbum Sunscreen is a must-have for your next family outing. Trust me, you do not want your kids and wife getting torched by the Florida sun on the first day. We use Sunbum, and it saved us all from getting cooked and looking like a fried turkey at your Aunt Edna's Thanksgiving meal. At Sunbum, we make products the way we like them, and we hope you like them too. Trust the bum. Use promo code Can you get my back 20 to save yourself 20% off your next purchase.
Nice, relevant to the needs of what you just went through.
Yep.
Also, by the way, you just love going to Florida during hurricane season.
Well,
huh? You went
and then
2 back-to-back
we were-
weeks and
we
2
were
back-to-back
ducking-
hurricanes.
We literally ducked the 2 crazy hurricanes. We ducked them both.
Got to catch them all.
Gotta catch 'em all, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a very weird feeling when you're having a great time at the beach while like literally destruction's going on from the same storm.
Yeah, like an hour south of you.
Yes,
Like
and, you know,
literally.
the first
I know
one
you
was the Asheville hurricane that set on Asheville and just flooded and killed 200 people, over 200 people, and we're just on a cruise having a good time. And then this one, messing up Tampa and the Tampa area, and we got some wind.
I know you send like a picture and it's like beautiful beach or whatever.
Yeah, we
it's
had,
like
like,
meanwhile
clear
the whole
skies.
state,
Yeah.
the whole state is evacuating.
Yes, we got
You're
very,
just like-
very, very lucky.
Drinking a
Eric's
beer
doing
by the
steak
water.
dinners, having beer
I was.
by the pool.
Uh-huh.
I do before we do move forward. We do
Yep.
have to. I do have to bring this up. We gotta address the elephant in the room. A couple of episodes ago, we were all over here unified in our bashing of Disney adults. Just we're all on the same page. We're all unified.
we were synergy,
hand in
We had
hand,
synergy
hand in
going.
hand. The synergy was there. And Eric, before his cruise, lo and behold, him and his wife are going to Disney by themselves. No kids.
That's your honor.
Explain
that
yourself,
is correct. That is a fact.
If it's
We
a
went on
snake
a
in a bit,
cruise,
Yeah.
and it left out of Port Canaveral, which is only an hour away from Orlando, Florida, which
only
is
hour of his
the,
way.
the home
Yep.
of Disney World. So we did go to Epcot and Animal Kingdom on the same day, and then the next day we took our Uber to Port Canaveral and hopped on a cruise. So
Did you get
we
a
were adults at Disney, but I would not call us Disney adults, but we did have a hell of a good time with no kids at
Oh.
Disney World.
did you rent a scooter?
Yeah.
No scooters were rented. I think Brendan, I think I sent you a picture. There were
did.
some scooters in the wild, having problems driving around or
They're tricky.
dude, Brandon, one of them we stayed in the Contemporary Hotel, which is right near Magic Kingdom, and this woman could not get out of the elevator with her scooter, and there was no one there to guide her. It was one of those where doors open on both ends. So she came in facing one way,
Right.
the back door opened,
oh,
and she probably
oh.
hit. Yeah, she was like, douche, douche.
You reversed,
Until she
Harry?
turned. Yes.
It's like the
Yes.
Family Guy fly with like the window
Yes.
open. You're like, oh, you're almost there.
Yep.
You got
Oh,
it.
I hear ya.
I can't figure it out.
The whole time you hear beep, beep, douche. Yeah, so yes, we were adults at Disney. We had a great time.
Well, I hope
Just
that,
needed that acknowledged.
yeah. I hope the Woody meet and greet was worth it, Eric.
So no characters were met during our time at Disney World.
Listen, I don't want to say you stabbed us in our backs, but
Well,
you know,
did we or did we not talk about drinking around the world? We didn't drink successfully
did.
around the world, but we hit probably like 60% of the countries and had drinks and
fair.
It was great.
Fair. Okay, you made up with it with that activity you did. So we'll let it slide this time, Eric. But
Thank you.
man. It was just funny.
Bad timing.
Like
bad
it was
optics.
horrible timing because literally the episode dropped, and I'm
Was
over
a
here
week.
I was here scrolling through Facebook, and I see just Eric and Katie just enjoying themselves
Yeah.
at Disney by themselves.
Yeah.
Not a kid in sight. Not a kid in sight.
No, we were the ones going, God, who brings these damn crying kids at Disney World? What are you doing?
Just in his Star Wars Mickey ears.
Yeah. Hogging the line for Dumbo.
Whatever, dude. Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Now that we got all the
I
teasing
kind
out
of
of the way,
forgot.
Eric.
Anish, I've been on
Good
so
call
many
on that.
vacations. I was like, oh, I forgot we did spend a day at Disney World.
No, I had that queued up. As soon as that happened, I was like, "Oh, this is coming on the pod. I'm bringing
Like,
it
no,
up."
no one forgets.
Yeah, no
People
one
don't
forgets,
forget.
Eric. Exactly. All right, so let's go to move on. So besides your Disney trip and the hurricanes, how was everything else, Eric? I know you had a couple of vacations with the cruise and the beach. How was everything the past couple
Yeah,
weeks?
so the cruise was our 13th. It was right on our 13th wedding anniversary. And honestly, you boys know when you have kids, it's kind of hard to just slip away for every single one of your anniversaries. So this one was kind of like 5 years in the making of getting away from the kiddos and having a nice little. It was a short cruise. It was like a 3-night, 4-day, 3-night cruise. But that fourth day is you getting off the cruise, like
Mhm.
you're getting out of there. But it was awesome. It was Royal Caribbean. It was fantastic. It's like a party city floating out in the Gulf. And then we came back, and then a short week, and then we went right down to the Gulf Shores. Not Gulf Shores, the Gulf of Mexico, around the Apalachicola, Cape San Blas area, and had a nice little beach weekend beach week with my parents, my sister, her husband, and my kids, and it was awesome. And like we said, we dodged hurricanes, so we had lovely weather as like everywhere. Literally people were evacuating and running out of gas, trying to flee Florida, and we're just chilling in Florida on the Panhandle, just having a good old time.
You missed that first one. You were like, I ain't hear no bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Went back for more. Went back for more. On his boogie board.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Well, glad you enjoyed your time off and had some good quality time with the kids and the family.
Yeah.
Brandon, what did you do with these last 2 weeks that we've kind of had to spend more time with the family?
Well, I've been busy. Like I said, that one week I was traveling everywhere for work, it seemed like. And then just the full grind of school and after school activities. So that week was while Eric was chilling on a cruise, I was in the thick of it.
I'm literally kind of boozed out from drinking cocktails on the beach and beers, midday. Yeah. As I take a sip.
But this last week hasn't been too bad, and this weekend's been good. We actually on Friday I took off work. We're rolling into fall break, but so I took off Friday, and Savannah's school, they had like a yearly like fun run, I guess fundraiser thing or whatever. But so we have to get volunteer hours there as parents. So that one's like the easiest one to go. They give you like pom poms to cheer the kids, and basically like, hey, don't let them run out in the road. Like keep them in the. It's like a lap around the parking lot. They run a bunch of laps, or whatever. It's like, hey, help keep them in that. You get your hours. So
don't let them
but
wander.
Yeah, I was like, these are the easiest hours. That's my second year doing that. I'm a repeat offender there. But
probably not a good word.
Music.
Not a good description for a school event is to be a repeat offender.
But they're just playing music. I mean, it's one thing where like the kids are encouraged to just like go wild and crazy because there's popcorn, there's like snow cones, and it's just run as much laps as you can. Dude, oh my gosh, they were playing like music, and so there's also, I guess there's like a mountain bike team or school, or I don't know, some of the older kids and they were like riding around doing their mountain bike class or whatever, but they would like stop and like cheer on the kids and like listen to the music, not doing their class at all. But the Little John song was on, Get Low. That's like playing, and they're probably like middle school age, and I could hear one of them go, like they're behind me. I hear one of them go, "Man, I don't know what this song is, but it's kind of cool." Like,
Oh my God.
Like, man, these kids don't even know like what Little John
No
is.
idea. They have
I
no
thought you
idea.
said, like, they didn't know what Skeet Skeet was or something.
Yeah. And then God, it was each grade came out like, and I volunteered for like the K through 4. So like kindergarten came out in the first, and whatever. They got to the 4th grade, and those kids, some of the boys were like a little more serious about like, all right, because you do like a pledge. I'm pledged to get this many laps, and half of them could care less.
Yeah.
But some of them were like, all right, I'm getting mine. I'm beating Johnny, and they're giving it their all out there. And I seen this one boy. It was funny for every grade. That first lap, they are all full out sprint, and then lap 2, lap 3, they're like walking. But there's just one kid, he's wearing like a track shirt, and he like was sprinting all out, and then he stopped like on the second lap. I was like, hey, don't give up now, bro. And then he looked at me and he was like, oh, I'm getting 20 laps. And then every lap he came around, when he passed me, he'd be like 13, and then he passed me, he'd be like 14. I was like, get it, man, you got it. And he got to 20, and he hit me with the X, like he just said 20. I was like, I feel like I've motivated
Brady,
this
you're
kid.
like, you dab. You're like, way to go, son.
And he was like, you know what? I think I'm going for 30. I was like, let's go. Like, dude, he got to 30. He barely did. They were like, we're playing the last song, and he had 3 laps, and homie made it. He was about dead afterwards. And all the other kids are like walking and like eating snow cones, and he's literally just one kid just sprinting around. But anyway, it was a fun volunteer thing.
Was it, what time of the day was it, Brandon?
It was morning. So
So then they all went to their
11.
next classes, and all the boys were like dripping sweat and sweating.
Well, I don't
stinking.
think it was basically like a play day, like all day.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, I mean, I don't think they did any school, like, because it's like the last day before fall break, so I don't think there was any school. But
Gotcha. Yeah, but still, you're sitting around, everybody sweating your rear end off.
well, I mean, the couple kids actually like sprinted for the whole time. Most of them like ran a couple laps, and they were like getting popcorn, ice cream, like walking, or most of them walked, just having fun. But so that was a good way to like kick off the weekend. And then today we went up to like a pumpkin patch, corn maze, one of those deals.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, and it was. I think we talked about it on here how everybody wants to get like dressed up for fall and go up and do these things, but I mean it's like 80 degrees here today, so there definitely was people there in like boots and like jeans and like flannel, and I'm like shorts and I'm like, it is like sweating hot out here.
That's for the gram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
you
gotta
gotta
have
go.
the
Maybe that
outfit.
last weekend of October you could get.
Usually
maybe.
on Halloween, it's usually like, whoa, it's cold out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
it's freezing the day you don't want it to be
Yeah.
freezing. But it was fun. We kids, Savannah rode a pony. We talked about this before too. We did a corn maze, and there's 2 corn. We screwed up. There's 2 corn mazes. We did the big one, and of course, like everybody was like done with it.
Dude,
like,
you get
why
like
are we doing
7
this?
minutes. People are like, this is.
Me and
done.
Haley were into it. Haley and I were pretty into it. The rest of we went. My parents went with us, and it was no one else was really that into it. But it was this one was different. It had they had like flowers you could pick or whatever. So like my mom and according to them, they all picked a bunch of flowers, and you got your pumpkin at the end. It was one of those where you don't even go pick the pumpkin; you get the pumpkin at the end. But they let you out at the corn maze and the flower picking and stuff. But it was a fun day. We spent
Nice
most
little
of the
Sunday
day up there.
Nice little Sunday.
Yeah, it's way better than watching these losers Titans. So, but I don't want to get into that yet.
Yeah.
I want to hear what Anish did. I was having a good Sunday. So.
Yeah. Save that for the later in the pod, Brandon.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want to get sad yet.
Yeah. So, pretty just like Brandon. I was just kind of in the thick of it the last 2 weeks. Eric is just having a nice, good old time. Chilling by the pool, having a drink, and
I saw you.
just
I saw
Hey,
you.
we did. I did see you. So
Yeah.
the first week I was in Nashville pretty much all week for a work conference. Got to see Eric. Had some brews at Mill Creek.
Ate candy in the kitchen at like 10 p.m.
ate candy. Yeah. So it was like, so we hung out at Mill Creek till about like 9:45 or so, and then I was like, let me go back to Eric's house for a little bit, say hi to Katie. I need to get a quick charge on my phone before I headed back. So I was like, let me just get a quick charge in. And Eric pulls out like a whole bag of like Skittles, Kit Kats, like gummy worms. I'm like,
Mhm.
Vacation mode.
yeah, he was in full vacation mode. I was like, is this for you or the
100%.
kids? He's like,
Yeah.
for the kids technically, but So we were just snacking away on candy. So it kind of brought me back in the college days when I drank Killian's Red Ale and a whole bag of peanut M&Ms and was sick for like the next day or so.
It's a great combo.
Yeah. So yeah.
And
so
you know what's funny?
Mhm.
Sorry, because that cruise was for anniversary. My actual anniversary was on the day me and Anish hung out at the brewery for like 3.5 hours.
Meant to be.
Yep.
Hey, I spent both my anniversary with my loved ones.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, so these work conferences, like I don't know how the ones you guys go to are, but like this one was wild. Like our vendor partners, every night they took us out. So like we basically had the work conference all day. So like for example, when I met Eric, like I had the work conference all day till like 5. We met up at the brewery, hung out till like 10 o'clock at night. I went straight out to downtown.
I went to bed when you left.
Yeah. Yeah, you went to bed. I
went to
drove.
bed.
I had to travel another 30 minutes to get back to downtown. And then
Yeah.
I went out till about 2 a.m. and then had to wake up at 7, go to the conference, was at the
That's
conference
brutal.
all day. Yeah. And then the next night they had like a whole conference party. So people were all out again. Wasn't as late as the night before, but basically did that for 4 straight nights. And I was basically shot. And then as soon as you get home, you know, I worked on Friday and then it was go. Like we you know, had a bunch of things to do. We had play dates set up and didn't even get a chance to, you know, catch my breath or anything. We did our pumpkin patch a couple weekends ago, so got that out of the way. Same thing again. The day we went was like the hottest day for the last like 3 months here. It was like 85 degrees and it was just miserable. But yeah, and then now, you know, work this week, kids, school. Zoe's on fall break this week, so she had off Friday and tomorrow. So yeah, back in the thick of things, man.
Is that her fall break? Is just the Friday and Monday?
Yeah, it's not really like a fall break.
No, that's
it's
lame.
preschool, right? It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
preschool,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not like a real fall break, but they still give you a
Gotcha.
couple of days off. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's just weird because it's like a Friday, Monday instead of like I know some people have like a Monday, Tuesday, or some people have like a whole week off, but like yeah, for her it's just 2 days. So
Right.
But yeah,
You know what the funny thing is, Anish, down at the Gulf when it's fall break, it's literally the people next to us were from Knox County, which is Knoxville, Tennessee,
mm-hmm.
and then there was a house across the back behind ours, and they were from like Williamson County as well. And so we were just like all of the people that you're trying to get away from all travel down to the same area to have their fall breaks together.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it also didn't help that again, the whole hurricane situation, everybody probably went to like that area because it wasn't going to get hit.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
you're probably going to see more people there as opposed to any other time where they're probably more spread out across Florida.
Yeah.
But well, cool guys, let's go ahead and move on. Let's get into dad stories. I know we have a couple of weeks of stories probably built up. So who wants to take it away first? Eric, do you want to go since you had more?
Yeah, I'll go. I can go. I'll say, well, all right, I'm going to mix here dad stories and proud dad moments. But first one, proud dad moment. The girls, they like last winter-ish, they did a swimming class, but we don't have a pool and we don't go to a community pool. So they were certified swimmers at the end, but you can't really test that until you go to a pool that's deep that they can swim at. So, you know, we got in late Saturday night, got in the pool. They were kind of timid. The next day, immediately they were just like swimming like fish, just no problem. And they're getting to the age, you know, where you can start to like, you don't have to be in the water standing next to them the entire time because they
You
can
get a little
swim.
drunk.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe have 1 or 2 more cocktails as they swim around. You don't have to worry about it. You're like, this gives me a couple second reaction time instead of having to be right there on them. No, but so proud dad. Both of them were swimming. It was awesome. They did really good. And then, I mean, honestly, and then dad's story is just same vein of they're, you know, you can trust them in the pool now. It's the same thing when you go down to the beach. It's getting a lot easier. Like they can put, like one of my oldest can put her own sunscreen, Sunbum sunscreen on whenever. Use that promo code. Can you get my back 20? But just her being able to get herself ready, you can go down there. You know, you trust them a little bit further, walking out into the waves. So we just had like an awesome, you know, seashell collecting and beach time. And then, I mean, funny story. We were in the beach place we were staying at. They had a bunch of board games, and they had a game there I'd never heard of before. It's called Othello, and it's a game. It's a strategic game
It's
where
fun.
it's like it is fun,
Yeah.
but Anish, the first time I played it, or both my daughters were playing it, and I was kind of like Googling the rules as they were playing it to figure out even what we were doing. And so it ended up with my youngest winning, and through no strategy or logic or anything, my youngest won. So then my oldest it was getting close to bedtime. She wanted to play another game. We're like, okay, one more game. Well, then it turned into like the Battle of the Bulge, like in World War II, between the two girls, of like the strategy. And then it ended with Ophelia crying for like 45 minutes because she lost 2 in a row, and how I was supposed to be like her ally and help her. And I was like, I don't even know the rules. This
No,
is
you
the
can't
second...
trust Eric. You
Yeah.
can't trust Eric.
Well, hey, Brandon, there might have been I might have been playing both sides of the field there.
I played Risk with you.
Yes, but it's like, what if you don't? I don't even know the rules. I'm like, I can't even try to be cheating in any, or a cheater in any way, because it's like I don't even know what it is. But it ended with my oldest like legitimately like hyperventilating because she lost. So that was a fun one to have to try deal with.
Nice. I love the contrast between your two stories there. You hit us with the nice sweetness at first, and then you brought in the nitty gritty stories after.
You guys are dads. You understand what it's like. Just because you had a nice morning to lunch does not mean your lunch to dinner or dinner to bedtime is going to be smooth.
Mm-hmm. You are exactly correct, sir.
But I did like Othello, and I don't own a game set of it, but I'm very open to buying and playing Othello going forward.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I used to play, dude. For some reason, like the computer I had, like in high school, like it had it on the computer, like an electronic version.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew what it was. But like, yes, it's a fun game. It's different for sure. But
I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, Brendan, it's like you'd be like white chips, I'd be black chips,
Mm-hmm.
and or they're chips that have colors on both sides. And so so you're trying to get in rows or whatever. You're trying to just have the most pieces on the board. But every time someone puts one down, they get the entire like horizontal and vertical like lines. So it's like the board's constantly shifting.
Yep. That's a very high level. Yeah, that's a very high level.
That's my loose description of how we played it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Brandon's definitely not going to go look it up.
Hey, I'm
he's just going to let it be. Yeah, he's going to let it be.
I'm going to forget about it by next week. Bring it up next week. We'll see. Quiz me.
Also, side note, when you're talking about your proud dad moment, Eric, that's got to be the best part of parenthood, when kids just start doing things on their own, right? Like every step, it's just they just learn how to do little things on their own, and you're like, oh, thank God! Now I just save a little more time for myself now every day.
Or when they like the first time they put their shoes on by themselves, you're like, oh yes.
We saw when we were at the pumpkin patch, whatever it's called, farm, and so we got there, and Savannah wanted to ride the pony, and of course the line's like crazy long. So her and Courtney stood in that for a while. I was like, hey, text me when she's gonna go. Me and Haley and Haley, Lily, God, good to be kids. We went to go check out the rest because we literally just got there, so we wanted to go see what else they had there. And I ran into a guy who knew growing up, and him and his wife had 2 little kids. They have like a 3-year-old and like a 5-month-old. 3-year-old's in the buggy, not just done. They'd been there a little while. That she's ready to go. That luckily the baby was asleep, but you could tell they kind of been in it, like just that look. And I was talking to him about his kids. I'd never even met his kids. That's how long it's been since I've seen him, but. And he was just like, yeah, it's just we think we're done. And I was like, well, how was the hayride? He's like, oh, we didn't even do that. Like, he's like, it's just too hard. He's like, he's just talking about like little kids just can't do anything for themselves. And I had Lily and Haley. I'm like, yeah, they're fine. I might send them over there by themselves. I don't know. Like, I was like, it's better, man. Don't worry. But he just had him and his wife both had that look of. Like where you've been in one today. We're ready to go home.
You get your photo op out of the way. You get your goddamn pumpkin, and you go home.
Yeah,
yeah, they were ready to go.
Nice.
That gets better.
It does. It really does. All right, Brandon, you want to take it away with your dad story of the week?
Yeah, honestly, my fun run story was going to be my main topic there, but because we kind of been, like I said, when you're in the thick of it, it's just kind of normal grind on the day to day. Oh, I did have something good tonight from. It's so weird being in like now that the girls are older, like they have phones and stuff. Especially like Lily and Haley, they're like always texting them, but when they're going out with friends or if they're staying somewhere in the night. But so we have like a little family group chat. But Haley went with a friend tonight to a haunted house, and she was like texting in the group chat like, a clown's already jumped out at us and we're just in line to get in. I don't think this is gonna I don't think I'm gonna like this. And then like Lily's like texting like, ha ha ha, like, and and then she's like texting like, this is so scary, like I think I'm gonna die. And then like Lily's just harassing her. It's just weird, like a weird dynamic, like being in a group chat with
Mhm.
I mean, the three of us have been in a group chat for years, but being a group chat with kids is different. But
Mhm.
so anyway, she went to the haunted house, and I think she screamed and probably about cried and had panic attacks the whole time, judging by how she told us about it when she
You're
got
like going by
home.
her emoji usage.
Yeah, it was very scary.
Also,
But,
it seems that Lily's relationship to Haley is similar to Lily's relationship to Eric, just dogging on them when they're in their worst moments.
Oh, she's really good. Yeah, she takes after me.
I have no clue where she gets it from.
Yeah.
Yeah, her sense of humor is very, very close. I wish I could just like keep like a counter, like a voice memo for every time Savannah says something, because she's still in that young age of just like kids say the darndest things, but sometimes I think about it for the pod. I'm like, God, this would be hilarious. Like if I just had like a running list of just stuff she just says off the dome, like it just so like genuine. But literally that day for the fun run, you had to drop them off, so I'm going through Colorado line with her, and it was like also like superhero day, so you could dress up, but she didn't really have like any Spider-Man or Superman or clothes or anything, so she wore like this like cat mask and like a cape, so she was like cat girl, and she's like in the car about to get out. She goes, she loves cats. She was like, hold on, I better put this mask up. I want to make sure they know who I am when I get out of the car. She's like, they might think I'm an intruder. I was like, that's a good call. She's like, I'll probably put it back on in class, but I just want to make sure they know who I am.
That's hilarious.
And it's just like, she just has those just off the dome, just all the time. And then goes on about whatever else we're doing. I'm just like, gosh, she's like so unintentionally funny, like all the time. I'm like, I just need like a voice memo of all the stuff she says and does.
That is
I'm
a
sure
good one,
like
though.
it's like all kids, but
Yeah,
I mean, y'all
that
know
is
her.
a good one. How are they going to know it's me?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a genuine, like, I better put this on my head, because it's like in The Dark Knight, when
the Joker, the mask,
like got the
nurse
mask, and like Harvey Dent's like, what?
He goes,
That was you.
Like,
So that's what she thought was going to happen when she walked into school. But yeah, it's been. I'll probably have some better ones next week, because
no, Brandon,
we're all off and everything. But
we were in Nowhereville, Alabama, getting lunch on the way back, and we stopped at a Chick-fil-A, and we watched this younger-ish couple get out of their car and walk into the Chick-fil-A, and the girl was wearing like a raccoon tail, and she had a headband with like raccoon ears on her head. And we might have brought up Savannah's name, being like, we'll see if this is Savannah in like 10, 15 years.
She loves dressing up like an animal.
Nice. I think we talked about it on this pod, didn't we? Maybe we have her have it. But one time we were, one of my girls was having a party, and a birthday party, and they're opening gifts, and we look up like back by our front door by herself, and it's just Savannah playing with the wrapping paper like she was a cat. Like,
sounds about right. Sounds right.
They're like, oh no, they're gonna know who you are, Savannah.
No confusion.
Yeah. But
nice.
Yeah, we just been in the ground this week, man.
Nice. Yeah, I had a couple of dad stories. There's one specifically I wanted to do for the pod, just because it's relevant with stuff we talked about. So, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, we went to a pumpkin patch, did the whole corn maze thing as well. Loki kind of terrified after Eric mentioned corn spiders, but I digress. Luckily, did not run into any of those. But so we go into the corn maze, and we went with like Priya's brothers, his kids, her parents, like the whole fam. So it was a bunch of us, and like any corn maze, you have like the easy one, and then they have like a bigger one that's a little bit more intricate and a little harder to navigate through. So we do the easy one, and we're going through, and they have two options. Basically, they give you a paper map, or you can do like the QR code, where it's basically just like a map tracker, and you can just see where you are, your location is on the phone, and you just kind of follow it that way.
So cheating.
Yeah, it's basically cheating. So we did the map.
That defeats the
old school
purpose of a
map.
corn maze.
Exactly. So we just did the old school paper map because that's just more fun. And then they're always so shitty to read, and you can barely tell where you're going and which direction is which. But so we're halfway through, we're working our way through, and my Priya's brothers have two girls as well. So all three girls, like mine and those two, they were wanting to lead the way, obviously. But one of us were always in the front, so we were actually knowing where we were going. And it got to a point where Zoe just started having a meltdown because she just wanted to. She was in that phase where props to her, she wants to do things on her own, but there's also a time and place where you need to do things on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And this was not.
I appreciate your independence.
Yeah,
please don't
exactly.
exercise it right now.
Exactly. So we got to a point where we were letting her do it for a little bit, but then she would just sit like at where there's like a cross section of like 3 different ways to go. She would just sit there for like 5 minutes and not move. And like every time we try to tell her, she's like, no, I'll figure it out. And the whole time we just sitting there. And the corn stalks that we were in, they're pretty tall. Like, they're taller than me. And like I mentioned earlier, it was a hot day and there was no airflow in this corn maze. So I'm just sitting there sweating my ass off. There's like these little like fly things that are flying around, hit me in the face, and I'm like getting pissed off. And I'm like, so I probably not my proudest moment, but I like ripped the map out of her hand. I'm like, let's just go this way. We're going this way.
Hero mode.
Yeah, hero mode. Spoiler alert, that did not turn out well for anybody.
Yeah, I could see that playing out that way.
Yeah. So a lot of crying, a lot of screaming. It got to a point where everybody else in the family just went on without us. And I was like, Priya, just leave her. Like, we're just leaving her. Like, let's just start walking. I don't even care. Like, she'll find her way back if she wants to find her way back.
Uh-huh.
So we started walking, and she didn't follow us. She just kept screaming louder and louder and louder. And finally, I just picked her up and just started booking it out, dude. I was like, I don't care. We're getting out of this thing.
You were somebody's 3-second story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I was the butt of the 3-second story.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's his family at the corn maze. Good. Well,
Yeah.
Those who live
Yeah.
by the 3-second story die by the 3-second story.
Was that what
Exactly.
all the screaming was I heard today when we were in the corn maze?
Yeah. It might have been us. I don't know.
Still trying to get out.
Yeah. But we were fine for a while. There was no other families around us. I was like, okay, we can just let her ride it out, whatever. I don't even care. But then people started coming through. I'm like, okay, now we gotta move. We gotta do something here. So yeah. So it started out as a proud dad moment, like, all right, yeah, you're taking some leadership and want to do things on your own, to quickly like, you need to sit the fuck back now.
You court-martialed her?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Robert Downey Jr. in the Tropic Thunder. Give me that map.
Yeah, give me that damn map. Getting all shredded? Oh, yeah? What are you doing? I can't do it. How do you do it? Give me that damn map.
Oh, man. Dude, we could have a whole episode on Tropic Thunder alone.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
damn funny.
Reoccurring quotes.
Just all the time. But yeah, that's my main dad story of the week. Like I said, I had a couple more, but none of them were as good as that one. So,
Yeah.
cool. So let's go ahead and keep pushing, boys. It's the our favorite portion of the podcast, talking about football.
Is it?
Yeah,
Or our dwindling love for it.
our dwindling love for it. Exactly. That's really what it is. So before we get into football talk, let's go ahead and kick it to Brandon for this week's Boom Roasted segment of the week.
All right. I was at a happy place today, so most of mine are college focused, but
Lighthearted.
yeah. But all right, today here we are with your Boom Roasted football update of the week. Oklahoma was hoping to take down Texas in the Red River Shootout, but their margin of loss was bigger than Cooper Manning's cowboy hat in the stands. Boom roasted. It's funny because the hat was bigger than a normal hat.
Yeah,
It's huge.
It's a big hat. It's funny. It's a big hat.
Army Navy, both ranked in the top 25 for the first time since 1960. Unfortunately, they are probably getting drafted for World War III before the NFL draft. Boom roasted.
Jesus, friend.
That was funny.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
The Titans lose to the ageless Joe Flacco and drop to 1-4. There's no joke here except for the three of us that continue to root for this god awful team. Boom roasted.
That is the only joke that matters, Brandon.
That's
Yeah,
always
I'm looking
his
at
joke.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah, it's
Only one of us is wearing a Titans
Yeah.
branded merchandise.
I didn't watch him today, so I don't even know what happened. How'd it go?
A slow
we
death,
know
Brandon.
we know
It's a
exactly
slow
how it
death.
went, Brandon.
It's not football, Brandon.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
if I
saw
told
enough
you,
on Twitter,
yeah,
yeah,
if I
saw
told
enough.
if I told you that we lost the game because of a stupid Will Levis interception, you'd be confused on which game I'd be talking about at this point.
But even exactly. You're like, which week were we talking about? You're like, actually, every week that he plays.
Yeah.
No, but Anish, it's not even that. Like, they can't even move the ball.
Which
Yeah,
is wild.
Yeah, like, and the offense looks so boring, and you're just like, it literally is like you're like, Brandon. I texted you guys today about like, there's wasting money on fun and like silly things that bring you happiness, and then there's like sickos who spend money to go watch the Tennessee Titans play football because it is. I mean, they are awful, awful to watch, and it's a waste of your Sunday and a waste of thousands of dollars that people pay.
dude. Now Calvin Ridley is trying to speak out to the media.
Yeah,
about, and she should.
but
He
I don't
should.
blame him.
Like,
I don't blame him. I think
dude,
has
every time
9
he touches the
catches.
ball, yeah, every time he touches the ball, something good happens. So why not try to give it to him more, man?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm convinced that it's all coaching, dude. That's all I'm convinced. Like,
it's making
with
me
this
at
roster-
this point. I mean, Anish, 6 weeks in, what is it? 5 games they've played. This is coaching. It's like, what are we doing here? Like what the hell's going on?
like the same dumb mistakes are happening every game. The same
Mhm.
stupid penalties on costly timing is happening every game. Like that's
the
all
same
coaching.
bland play calling and no deep threat at all. Yeah, I get
That's-
if you don't
that's
if you
so
don't trust
crazy.
Will Levis, but let him air it out.
Don't to
Scheme
Traylon Burks.
something.
Come on.
Yeah. Don't, Brandon. Don't.
I mean, honestly, it literally can't get any worse than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it can't.
I bet it can. I bet it
Anish.
can.
Let's not test that theory. It's already hard to watch this team
Uh-huh.
week in and week out, and to put on the stupid jersey every Sunday.
I've stopped.
So
Hey,
I'm rocking the hat.
I've stopped wearing my jersey during the games. It's a waste of time. It's a waste.
Well, hey, the good thing is that at this rate, our Sundays will start getting freed up more. Because I don't know how many times I'm gonna sit here and watch a whole game.
Yep. That's early in the season to already be like, my Sundays are free now. Like 6 weeks in to a 17-week season, you're like, I'm free.
Yeah, Eric, we're bad. We're so
We are.
bad.
They're bad. And it's one of those, you're always like, why doesn't the media or the national media talk about the Titans more or whatever? And you're like, I understand why. We are
Yeah.
boring. Who wants to watch it? I don't want to watch it. Why would anybody else want to watch it?
Yeah. Well, it's funny
Let me
because
spin it for you.
oh,
Let me fix it
yeah.
for you.
let me get my 1 point in, and then we'll kick it to you for the spin zone.
I'll spin
Wait,
it for
Spin
you.
it.
Yeah.
Watch Daddy spin it.
All right, go ahead, spin it, Brandon.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, let's go. Just go ahead and give it to me.
All right. Coming off a bye week. Normally a good thing. But we got a young team, young coaches. Probably got a little complacent. Got that win right before it, right? So we're probably feeling pretty good about ourselves. Also, still trying to figure out that right side of the O-line. I don't even know. I saw like a tweet.
Leroy.
I don't even know who that is.
You're saying
Like, I don't even know. I
He
saw
was
that
promoted
Twitter.
this week.
I was literally like, I saw that. I was like, I'm glad I'm not watching this game because I don't know who. Anyway, I digress.
Mm-hmm.
We got players speaking up. You saw Ridley. He's fired up.
Fired
you
up.
know Big Jeff going to be getting on
Mhm.
people. So I think them, the veterans, they're going to be getting on everybody. They're going to be all in them. You got Coach Callie. He's going to realize, he's got to realize that play calling needs to get firmed up a little bit, right? So we thought we got the win. We thought we were doing something good. Thought we worked it out. Got through the bye. Got to this. Realized play calling ain't worked out. So now they got the fire lit under them. They're going to be coming out of this. We didn't get blown out. It was a close game. A winnable game. Most of these have been winnable games. We are close. We are right there. There's a tough divisional matchup. Those could go anyway. Those could go anyway, anytime. Now we need to win them, but those could go anyway. So I think going forward, now next week's going to be tough. We got Buffalo. We're traveling to Buffalo, right? I think we got enough guys on the team from the Rabel era and know how to win, know how to pull out those dirty wins that we ain't supposed to win. And Buffalo's one we probably shouldn't win. But I think we got the guys. This is the kind of game the Titans win. It propels us onto more dubs throughout the year. So what do you? I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. My boy might be 1-4, but Will Levis is not going to be like phased by this loss. He's still going to come out next week. You saw him out there shooting. He was shooting Spider-Man memes,
dude.
Listen, we know Will Levis. Nothing computes in his brain after making a mistake. So
yes,
I'm just saying there's still time turning around. The window's getting close. There's still time turning around.
Brandon, do you believe the things that you just said, or were you just saying them?
He's a spin zone guy. He has to believe it.
That's some crazy spin on the team. I think it's like our last
the boys
like 20
are in
games. We're like
the
2
boys
and
are in a
18.
bad spot. Coming out of the spin zone, I think we pretty much have the same record as like I think I sent the tweet.
Oh yeah,
it's like the same record as the Panthers over the last 2 years since John Robinson's been fired. We've only won like 7 games.
Yeah, it's not great. And it's funny how when everybody talks about the worst team in the league, they always talk about like the Patriots and the Dolphins and the Panthers. And I'm like, dude, the Titans are bad, but then again, they're probably not watching the Titans. So they don't realize how bad we actually are.
Mm-hmm.
We're bad.
We're not the Jaguars. We're not the Jaguars.
The Jaguars are bad.
But that used to kind of make me happy. That doesn't bring me any like solace at all.
Yeah. Because now if they beat us this year, it's going to be like, well, what the hell
it's
are we
even
doing?
more embarrassing.
I don't know if I can spin my way out of that one if we lose to the Jags.
Like Brandon,
I don't know if I
your
can spin
stat
out of it.
was since J-Rob was fired, we're 7-20. Over that same span, the Carolina Panthers are 6-21, and we laugh our asses off at the Panthers. We are barely.
We are the Panthers.
Yeah, we are the Panthers.
Like Forky, you're trash too, just like me.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yes,
Good reference.
and we're
Brandon.
like, wait, look at Bryce Young. He sucks at quarterback, as we have to watch Will Levis be terrible.
yeah, we have no
meme
good
machine.
option. Yeah, this sucks. Sucks
Yeah,
being a
it's-
Titans fan right
it's-
now. It's
Depressing
hard.
times.
At least I did watch a lot of college football yesterday. At least there's some good college quarterbacks. Maybe we get one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were also talking high about Tennessee Volunteers a couple weeks ago.
They won.
Yeah, they lost to Arkansas though.
That
And,
offensive looks rough.
And
That's a
I
bummer.
don't know what happened. Something happened at halftime of the Oklahoma game because ever since then, this offense has been dog shit.
Looks rough.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been bad, and I need to know what happened at halftime of
I want
Oklahoma
answers.
because I need answers, dude. We were scoring like 70 points a game, and now we can barely put up 13. Like,
Hey, I got my plate full spinning the Titans stuff around. This is on somebody else.
yeah, I think I put my hand up to spin the balls.
This is on you. This is
I
your
gotta-
problem.
Well, listen, hey, I'm
least
spinning.
they're
I'm gonna spin it
winning.
right now. Yeah, look,
Oh, but-
they're winning.
Watch Daddy spin it.
I'm gonna spin it. Let Daddy cook. Let me spin this dough real quick. So, dude, yeah, look, we're winning these games,
Jesus.
all right, and we're winning our rival games, which is the important thing. If we would have lost, like if we would have beat Arkansas and lost to Florida, that would have been way worse than the other way around, right? Got to beat Florida. You know, we got to stay competitive against Alabama, the Georgias, which I think we will. Nico's still technically a true freshman. He was redshirted last year. He's still young. He's learning. He's still getting the hang of this offense. I think, listen, I think ending the season with only 3 losses could still happen. Even, I think we can still go through and only have 2 losses. I think we can beat one of Alabama or Georgia. I still
You know
think
what's
we
weird,
can.
or Anish? I think you're right, but one thing that's weird about this year is because so many teams get into the college football playoff. It's
Mhm.
weird seeing every single time a team loses, they're like, "It's fine, we're still getting into the playoff."
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah,
like 30
exactly.
teams that are like, "Dude, we're still getting into the playoff."
Yep.
It's going to be
Exactly.
interesting that how this all plays out, because it is. You're like 2-3 losses. Is Tennessee getting in? I don't know. Maybe.
It just sucks. It's like they're good. The defense is sick. Like the defensive line is sick.
Dude, just like the
I'm
Titans,
just like-
best defense the Vols have probably had in years.
But man, it's like, and Nico's awesome, but he still like makes those stupid mistakes. It's like, man, if he was like a junior or something with this defense, it'd be sick.
Mhm.
Yeah. Listen,
Like I want to make fun of the dang Ohio State guy for sliding to end the game, but
but Nico ran out of
Nico-
bounds.
Yes.
He ran out of bounds.
Arkansas. He ran out of
Can't
bounds
even-
against Arkansas. Can't argue
can't even
it.
talk crap
Yes.
because he did the same thing.
Yeah. It was wild. But yeah, hey,
That was a
look,
wild game.
That was a crazy game. That and the LSU Ole Miss game.
That
Dude,
was a crazy
they
game,
ended
too.
like back to back. That was
Because
wild.
I'm not an LSU guy, but their games are like kind of becoming like must watch TV.
They're always fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always competitive. They're always going to be ranked. Like,
They're going to be in the games. Like they've been in all these cool close games. You're like, that's what I want to watch.
yep, exactly.
And then I was exhausted, so I went to bed. But I guess Kansas State and Colorado ended up being pretty close. When I watched the first of it, it looked like Kansas State was going to handle
Yeah,
it.
they were kind of running away with it.
It ended up being like 31-28 or
Mm.
something.
Well, apparently Travis Hunter got hurt.
Oh, did he?
He
Dang.
did
Yeah.
get hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you feel about Shadur? Future Titan?
Dude, I don't know anything about quarterbacks, dude. I don't.
Yeah.
Apparently,
At this point-
I thought we were going to be awesome this year.
Brandon, at this point in my life, the only thing that I can confidently say is I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was ready to buy the Mayo perfume
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and
I can confidently say that I'm bad at evaluating college quarterbacks. That's all. That's
Anything.
all it is. Yeah.
Hockey players, quarterbacks, NFL teams.
Sure.
Yep.
draft him. Who cares? Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. What do I know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
So I think, Eric, that's a perfect segue. Unless anybody else has anything to talk about football with. You mentioned hockey player. Oh, go ahead,
I
Brandon.
did. I'll make it quick. It's football-esque, but
Football
I just want to give a
adjacent.
shout out. Yeah, no, I just want to give a shout out to the guy that's in first place in our fantasy league. Yahoo gave him. Hey, listen to me. Yahoo gave him an F- draft, and he didn't let it phase him. Didn't let it
It
phase
hurt.
him because
It hurt.
he trusted the process, put his head down, got to work, worked his way to 5-1, and he's been on that waiver wire, and Kareem always rises to the top.
Listen,
And
listen. I'm gonna interrupt you here because any other week, any other team you would have played this week, you probably would have lost because people were putting up some big numbers this week. You played Eric, who can no longer get into his fantasy
I
football.
lost my account. I lost my account, boys.
So he's
yeah,
got,
what the
he got
heck?
like,
You make it not even fun. Like I was normally, I kind of like fantasy football sucks, but I kind of like that stress of, oh, what's my team doing? Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna win. I kind of like that stress, but I was like playing. Eric doesn't have a quarterback in this week.
yeah. Eric had 3 players on
can't-
buys. There was
I
one
can't
player on
get in.
IR.
Are you
Listen,
gonna
people,
try? Are you
all
gonna
you
try?
people, all you people on in the internet land, I recently upgraded my phone from an iPhone 12 to the new 16, and it took me out of my Yahoo account on the app, and I don't know how to get it back.
I told
God,
you to
Grandpa.
contact Mr. Yahoo, Eric.
I keep calling him.
Yeah.
So what are you
won't
quitting?
answer.
What are you quitting?
No, he's
Soft-
auto renewing,
no.
bro.
What do the
We're
kids say?
auto renewing his team every year.
I'm soft quitting.
Yeah, soft quitting. Yeah,
So
Quiet
you
quitting.
famously,
Quiet
you
quitting.
famously got on Simone Biles for quitting. Now you're quitting.
I mean, I have 3 championships.
touche, baby.
2 championships.
Yeah, don't give yourself a third one.
Well, I was
Don't
in.
just
I was
give
in the,
yourself championship.
who was in the finals last year?
And now
were
you
there.
don't. Yeah, you
Me.
were there. You and
I'll give you
Tyler.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give you that.
But Brandon,
Man,
what do I do when the digital wall is keeping me from getting in?
Listen,
It's
I
called,
don't know.
it's called contact customer support.
Okay.
I don't know. Click
Okay.
forgot password.
I
don't know.
did. I have. The problem is when we created this account, it was through I used my college email, which has since been deactivated many, 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 many years ago. But then I was able to switch it to my current Gmail account, which is, no, I'm not going to say on YouTube, but
I'll say it.
so
Yeah.
I'm with my new Gmail account, but since it always kind of got carried through with the app, and now it's dead.
Maybe somebody put in the comments how to log into Yahoo for Eric.
Yeah,
There you
someone.
go. I need
someone-
help.
Yeah, someone help Eric out. We need.
Help me get
we
my
need
account
someone who's.
back.
Yeah, yeah, because we're not gonna help him.
What is it?
We're friends.
Free Eric.
Yeah,
Free
yeah,
Eric.
free Eric. Hashtag free Eric.
Hashtag free Eric.
Yeah,
Hashtag don't quit.
yeah. Hashtag don't quit.
All right, sorry. I know nobody wants to talk about fantasy, but
I think
I'll
you're
talk
say
about that.
hashtag this Disney adult is quitting.
Yeah,
Just
just everything.
everything we can
Yeah.
put in there.
Yeah, gave some mobile shit. Now you're doing the same thing she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything.
That's a good pull, right?
That was a great pull. That was a great pull. I
You said
I saw Brandon's the wheels returning in his head,
Dude,
and then it clicked. I'm like, oh, he's about to cook with something.
bumps
Mhm.
and spike.
Bump says fight. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's not talk about fantasy anymore. Brandon. Yes. If people didn't pick up on that, Brandon's talking about himself. He's first place right now.
I am
and also-
Thanos. I am inevitable. I've been on the waiver wire.
Is the Phoenix
Collecting my
rising?
Infinity Stones. My
Yeah.
Jordan Masons.
But just yeah,
I'm about to
Just-
snap this league.
but just like the meme, at what cost, Brandon? Because all of our teams suck.
Ooh, good reference.
Yeah. So you have great fantasy, but all of our real
Hey, yeah,
life
Brandon,
teams suck.
you're in first, but it cost me my Yahoo account. So
Yeah.
congrats.
Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy.
Your voodoo,
Well, hey.
your voodoo magic worked.
Yeah. All right, so let's go in and keep it moving. Talk about another one of our teams who's off to a rocking 0-2 start to the
I was about
NHL
to say-
season. Yep. The Nashville, Predators. Hockey season is back, boys. We are
Let's
back.
go,
We are back. Yeah.
Another team to hate.
Listen, we're sharing the load here. The Predators are Eric's spin zone team. So if we ever need to spin ourselves out of whatever deep depressive
Get
state
ready.
we're in,
Yeah.
Eric's our guy.
Well,
man, we're gonna
guys,
figure it out.
Anish, get ready to watch me spin it. Look, it's only
Spin
2
it,
games.
baby.
There's
It's only
82
2
games in the
games.
season. We have
Yep.
80 more games. We've brought in a major defensive player, Brady Shea. We brought in Marchessault. We brought in Steven Stamkos. We need time to gel. Everybody's got to get to know each other. Let their families meet. Let the wives meet. Let them all plan some dinners. You know, once they start to figure it out, the power play will start clicking. The D will start locking everything down. UC wasn't even healthy the first game, so it's very early. I'm not panicking yet. About 15 to 20 games is when you'll know if the Predators are if it's looking good or Titan-esque.
I just hope they
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
Day is usually my
Mhm.
barometer for hockey. But
Take it
Thanksgiving,
serious or bail.
Yeah, I kinda-
or drop
exactly.
your expectations.
I just have to
Exactly.
figure out the power play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
look,
like that's been like the Achilles heel. It's been like
And-
the Titans
and-
O line.
Okay, so we had more pressure. The Titans look good, but I don't think we've scored a power play goal yet, which means it's going to continue.
yeah. But listen, trending upwards, like you said, we just gotta wait for everything to gel, dude. If you look
Mhm.
at our shots per game for the first 2 games, exponentially much better than what we've had in past. Better chances, better opportunities.
Yep.
Just gotta. They're gonna eventually convert. They're eventually gonna hit the back of the net.
Yeah, it's going to go. You can't
So-
keep it out forever.
Exactly. So, on a side note, I did go to a minor league hockey game last
Yeah.
night. The Chicago Wolves, and they ended up playing the Milwaukee Admirals.
That's hilarious.
yeah.
To never ever go to one and you go to one
Exactly.
and it's against the Nashville Predators minor league team.
Exactly. So I went out rocking my Smash hat that I'm wearing right now.
Mm.
I rocked my Predators jersey. Surprisingly, a lot of Admiral fans, and a
Nice.
lot of them
They
were
s-
wearing Predators gears.
They
So,
seem to be pretty a pretty loyal group.
They're good.
yeah, and they're good. They're
Mhm.
playoffs every year typically. Last year they made a deep run. So yeah, it was fun. It was exciting.
That's awesome.
I didn't feel bad for rooting every time Milwaukee scored. Milwaukee ended up winning, by the way. So
Nice.
it was even more fun because of that. So
right on.
yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Anish,
So
speaking of hockey in general, it's not just Predators. This is, you guys know, Anish, being you in the dorms back in the day, just like watching hockey every single night. It's the best time of the year. I haven't started it yet, Anish, but have you watched that Amazon series?
I was gonna ask. I haven't yet. I've been wanting to. It's been queued up.
Yeah.
Honestly, they haven't done a good job promoting it. I didn't realize
No.
it got released.
No,
Until
at
I went
all.
on Amazon.
and we're junkies. Like we're
Yeah.
hockey junkies. Like I'm gonna watch it. Well, if I wasn't on vacation, I'd already watch it. But it's on my list of who knows? Maybe after this, I might start to boot up the series.
Dude,
Check it
well,
out.
honestly, I was kind of expecting some of the Preds beat writers, like some of the people that cover the
I know,
Preds,
they
to
didn't even
talk about
talk
it, but
about it.
no one's even talking about it. So I don't know if that
No.
means
I was gonna
like,
say, I didn't even hear about it.
yeah. So I don't know if that means
Right.
like
And
Forsberg
Philip-
just didn't have like
He's
much
in
of
it.
a presence in it or what. But
No, I think
Yeah.
he has a
Have
whole
an
episode.
episode?
I think he has
yeah,
a
here's
whole episode.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean that's hockey. I mean, we probably like the few fans we have. They probably even fewer of them are actual hockey fans because it's just they don't. It's hard to
can't
market. Yeah, there's so many games.
They
It's hard
don't.
to watch the damn games.
Mhm.
Like, you have to.
Yeah, you can't even
providers.
watch Nashville Predators games. Like,
Yeah.
Dude,
Anish.
so Chicago just recently did that. So the network that carried the Bulls and the Blackhawks, they like sold, and now you can't even watch local
stupid.
Bulls or Blackhawks
That's
games.
crazy.
It's
Dude,
crazy.
Anish, I was able to watch the first game of the season on my ESPN Plus. I'm pointing. That's the golf. But down in Florida, I could watch the Nashville Predators on ESPN Plus. If I'm here, I cannot watch,
Can't watch it.
the Nashville Predators. because of
crazy.
the zoning. And I don't understand the
You have to
blackout
have another
markets.
app.
Yeah, it's like the reason why the NFL is so damn successful is because it's on basic channel. It's available to everyone, and hockey's like, we're gonna make it where even people who like to watch hockey can't watch it or won't watch it. You have to jump through so many hoops.
Elitist.
Uh-huh.
And the NFL makes it clear like what channel it's on.
Oh yeah.
Like the
You're
Thursday.
not gonna like it.
Monday Night
Exactly.
Football, ESPN. Boom.
Yeah. Or it says like NBC and Peacock. Like it tells you exactly where you can find it. Like there's no,
Yeah.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, which is nice.
And because of the whole Bally Sports being bankrupt, it wasn't until what was it? It was like a few days before the season started that the Predator stated where the games would be available to watch.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
and you're
crazy.
just like what? Like, what?
It's wild, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember the days in the dorms. Every game, FS1, Fox Sports.
Yep. Versus
Like-
the Versus channel.
Yeah, the Versus channel.
Oh man, I forgot about
Yeah.
versus.
We'd be
Yeah.
watching duck hunting, and then it would cut to the
Yeah.
Alexander Ovechkin
Yeah.
screaming down the boards.
Yeah. The thick red VS
Yes.
scrolling across the screen.
Yeah, and as soon as it would
God.
end, it would go to bass fishing.
Yep. Yeah, no breathing room. Literally just
No.
cut off.
No post game.
Yep, exactly. Oh man. Yeah, NHL needs to do something about that. Like they try to get people like invested.
And I like
and
it.
then
Yes.
yeah, and
Yep.
they do things like this documentary, which is great, but then they don't do anything to promote the documentary.
Yes, and then even Anish, from what I'd be interested. It hasn't been greenlit for a second season, and the way the NHL is, and even the players and coaches and stuff, how they don't like any
They like to
attention.
peel back the curtains. Yeah.
Yes, and so whenever they finally do this kind of stuff, it's awesome. And then immediately the players are like, I don't want to share my information about my life, and yet you have every other league doing their damnedest to like promote their players and their lives and everything.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's wild. But yeah, man, I'm glad hockey's back. This is really the best time of the year. Hockey's back.
Hockey.
NFL is full swing.
Yeah, the baseball
I don't know,
playoffs, which
The baseball
are-
playoffs, which
they
baseball
are fun
playoffs
to
are
watch.
awesome. They
Yep.
are awesome.
Mhm.
I'm kind of low key hoping for a Subway Series in the World Series.
Oh,
Mets
the
versus
Mets
Yankees.
I mean,
look
I
good.
saw they
They
were
look good.
losing to the Dodgers earlier, but they look like a team of destiny.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I know you don't really watch NBA, Eric, during the regular season, but the NBA is about to start back up. So all the sports are in full swing. So best time of the year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other hockey talk you guys want to touch on before we
No.
move on?
Just that we love it. Comment in the comment section what your favorite team, players, what your big storylines that you're pumped to see.
Give me a
Yep.
hashtag Fang Fingers.
Hashtag Fang Fingers. Yeah. Nice. All right. Let's keep pushing. Let's move on to everybody's favorite segment of the week, and that is the draft. I'm gonna go and take this hat off now. It's getting a little hot under there. So
Sweaty under the
it's
lights.
getting sweaty under the lights. Yeah, I gotta focus on the draft. Okay, got to make sure I'm getting all the votes possible. For those who don't know, we started posting the draft results on our Instagram page every Friday, so you can vote on it. Whoever you think had the best draft. Brandon's got no support out there. I'm sorry, Brandon, but
He's got no online support.
yeah, you get no online support. Last year draft, me and Eric have
What?
been getting votes, but
Yeah, because you voted for yourselves.
listen,
I would
no, no,
never-
no.
I,
Never.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's 2 votes on these polls.
Inconclusive. Inconclusive.
Hey, all I know is
Inconclusive.
we've tied.
I
Me and
see
Anish
it.
have tied.
I look at it. I see you post it, and I see like 2 votes on there. I was like, I'm not even voting. I was like, I'm not even participating.
Why?
in this.
Because you're going to vote for yourself and not
Yeah.
be true
Yeah.
to the spirit of the poll.
Yes.
All right. Well, listen, because of all the bitching and moaning last week about draft order and complaining about never getting first
Last week.
pick,
Every week.
or yeah, every week,
Dude.
yeah,
Check the comment board. It's the number one topic.
yeah. It's Eric Bigness is the top commenter.
Top voter.
Oh,
Yeah,
I, thought that was I thought that was my burner account.
So Brandon is going to be first for this draft. I'll be
Ooh.
second. Eric will be
We
last.
did it.
Congrats.
You did it. Congratulations. I spinned you
Made
to
it.
first this time around, Brandon. I hope you're happy.
I am happy, and this is one of my favorite ones because
Yeah,
you didn't even say what the topic was.
Yeah,
yet.
I know. I got so riled up. I
He
got so
did.
riled up.
He did.
He was like, Brandon with the first pick.
Yeah.
And
Of
your
what?
time
Go ahead. You
the
guess.
clock has
You had to
started.
guess. Yeah.
Just whatever you want.
Yeah. So this time of year, best time of year, it's time to embrace the spook. It is October. Halloween is right around the corner.
We're in the thick of it.
We're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of fall. Weather is starting to break, at least up here in Chicago. Not sure about in Tennessee, considering
This
Brandon said
week-
it was like 80 degrees today.
Well, it's supposed to
Very
drop
hot
this
here.
week. Yeah, it's supposed to drop
Yeah.
this week. Low 40s, upper 30s at night.
Thanks, Dad.
Nice. Yeah, it was 50.
Thanks, Gam.
Yeah. It was 54 here as the high today. So
Mm.
we're definitely in the thick of the fall.
No, it was hot.
So
It was hot.
yeah. So with that being said, we are going to draft the best Halloween movies.
Let's go. Scary
We're
or
gonna go-
non-scary, right?
We can do either. It's
You're-
Halloween. It's
Because
Halloween.
I'm a noted
There's
non-scary
family friendly.
guy.
Yeah, of course. So there's
Halloween
plenty
movies,
of
man.
family friendly Halloween movies. Okay, so it's your choice. Dragon
The
Ball Z Halloween special.
Yeah. Dude, that's what we should have done as best Halloween special episodes.
Oh, that was maybe next week. Maybe next week we can
Mhm.
do that because
Mhm.
we can't get enough Halloween content. You know.
All of ours are strictly 90s sitcom episodes.
We're strictly 90s.
Yeah.
We're strictly 90s Boy Meets World Halloween episodes.
They killed Kenny.
He's
Boy Meets World Halloween episode. Awesome.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
pumped
so-
about this one.
Yeah, so we're gonna go 4 rounds. I think there's plenty of movies out there to easily get 4 each. So
What's
Go ahead,
funny
Eric,
is
what
I'm interested to see what your choices are, and if not, I have a tab open. I'm going to be pulling up their Wikipedia's to like. I'm going to read the plot.
Through your fingers with the lights on.
Yeah, with the lights on.
all right,
Katie, will you
Brandon.
read this with me?
Yeah, okay. What's that say? What happens to the girl? And which one was Jessica?
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably well equipped for this one right now because I try to do the watch something scary every day.
You did?
kind of deal. So
You've
I'm,
been doing that?
I'm so far I'm all in. Yeah. Sometimes I watch double things because like, you know, it's hard with the kids. Like you can't watch something like real scary. So I'm having to watch
Uh-huh.
that stuff like late at night, right before I go to bed. You know, the perfect time to be watching
Right.
stuff that's like real scary. But like we literally watch. I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to give up a pick maybe.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
we watched something right before this was on. But yeah, I've been watching something every day.
Does Savannah watch it?
Not the scary stuff.
Okay,
I mean, we
let's say.
literally. Well, I was just saying we watched Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a Halloween movie. But
Halloween and Christmas. You can be both.
Okay, we'll save it for your Christmas draft then.
The classic.
Yeah, classic. I'll be looking for that one on your first pick. But yeah, we watched that, and she's literally been singing all the songs in it. This is Halloween. That's in the
Mhm.
dang song. And it's
Mhm.
I mean, not Christmas. Anyway, I digress. So I know I told y'all before this that I would try to pick some of the more scarier ones I didn't think y'all would pick, but I can't help it that I got the first pick, and then
Stay
I'm
true to
picking
you.
the OG. I'm
Stay true
picking
to
the
you.
OG. It's one I've already watched, and I do it. I try to watch it every year because it's always on TV. It's always available for stream. But it's the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Myers, Halloween.
Yep.
You can't go wrong with that. That is like, it's called Halloween, and the dude just never dies. He's always back for more. Some of these later series, I'm going with the OG one. There's a bunch in the series. Some of these later ones have been but the OG still hits after all those years. And it's probably one we watched as kids and it was scary then. And it's still, I mean, it's not a terrifying one, but you know, you hear that music and it still gets you. And just him like walk, somehow he's always like catching you, like even though you're like sprinting, you know, that's like the biggest fear. Like you have like a nightmare is you running and someone like slowly like chasing you. So I think he's the OG there. So he has to be the number one pick. So Halloween.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know why I thought that was going to fall to me. For some reason, I thought in your head you might have thought something else, but that's a good one. That's a good one.
I mean,
thought-
you could do this any different way. Like,
yeah.
you know, this draft,
Confession?
but
I've never seen
Yeah.
a
Oh, God.
single
Yeah,
Halloween
of course,
movie.
of course, of course, of course. You
I
haven't,
just-
Eric.
I know the music. Everyone knows the music, but I have never.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Okay. All right. So I guess
Moving past that.
yeah, moving past that.
Just thought I'd share.
all right, so
Everyone put a boo Eric in the chat. now.
yeah, boo hashtag boo Eric.
but use the ghost emoji so it's fun.
Yeah,
No, then I'm like, oh my god, these comments are horrifying.
yeah.
That's a ghost.
So I'm gonna go with. So I was thinking about my strategy here. I was thinking if I should go scary, if I should go more family friendly. I think I'll probably go half and half in this draft. So I'm gonna start off with a scary movie. Not necessarily a Halloween movie, but one of the most famous Halloween costumes ever has come from this movie, and that is Scream, the OG Scream.
That was
Yep.
on my first.
Yeah, classic movie, good twist. The opening scene with the phone call, just iconic.
Mhm.
Almost
Terrifying.
as good. I mean, it's terrifying. Yeah, exactly. Because it's real life, Eric. It could happen in real life.
I have
Well, that's
seen
like
Scream.
prime for our age group.
Yeah,
That's prime for
exactly.
our age group.
Yes.
Like when did it
Terrified
come
the
out?
shit out of
we
me
were
when I was a
probably
kid.
Like 90, yeah,
11,
late 90s, 90,
10, 11 maybe.
Yeah, 97, 98, somewhere
It's
around
like-
that range, I think.
I feel like it was a popular middle school like
Mhm.
costume.
Yeah,
Like
Oh,
everybody
well,
had
I was
that
gonna
mask.
say,
or
Nick,
the one that
you
the
nailed
blood
it.
in it.
Yeah, the costume mask was like for like 10
Yeah.
years was a staple
Exactly.
of Halloween. And it's
it's
still
still,
around.
dude. It's still, you
Yeah,
still
it's
see
still around.
randomly
Yep.
masks. Yeah, the ghost face mask. So
It's a that whoever that artist that came up with that design, that I hope he's a billionaire because it's a
Yeah.
fantastic design.
exactly. And just like the Halloween movies, it kind of got off the rails with the sequels and the
Mhm.
remakes and all that. So I'm just gonna stick with the OG
Well, Anish,
first.
Dude, I
Scream.
still watch them. I've watched.
Well,
there's a new trilogy. I love
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Love them.
I have not seen the new one, but when you go back and watch the first Scream, it's a damn good movie. Like it is
It's
by
very good.
itself. It just holds up
Yeah.
so well.
It does. All right, Eric. Yeah, back-to-back picks here.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm going with my first pick. I'm
He's like,
going
"Two."
family friendly. Family
Yep.
friendly. We Hocus Pocus with my first pick.
Mhm.
It's a fan. It literally is to me everything that you are like the idyllic Halloween experience with the leaves, the cool neighborhoods. This is clearly a wealthy neighborhood with all the homes they go trick or treating at, and the witch story's great. The characters are awesome. It's a you can watch it literally all the time. It's great.
That's an awesome one. We've already watched that probably a couple times.
Mhm.
in our
Yep.
house.
Same. And then my
All
second
right, you got one more.
So my second one, this one's been rising up the ranks for us lately. Literally on this road trip down, the girls watched it 3 times, and I love it too. So it's easy for it to listen to as you're driving down the road. But the movie Paranorman, it's a stop motion movie. It's about a boy on Halloween, and about a witch and zombies, and got to solve a mystery. And it's a very good watch. It's got a lot of famous actors or actresses that are like voices in it, like Audrey Plaza and Anna Kendrick are in it, and Casey Affleck, and it's a very good movie.
I don't think I've seen that one. I have to.
It's good. It's from the
Stream
same
it.
guy that made Coraline. Have you seen Coraline?
Yeah.
It's another stop motion. That one's kind of freaky. Some of the designs in it are freaky, but it's the same guy. So it's stop motion. But yeah, I'm going Paranorman.
Nice. All right, good picks, Eric.
Thank
I
you.
thought you were gonna take this pick, Eric. So I wasn't
for
even
it.
expecting to have it.
Mhm.
And I know Brandon, you mentioned it, but I gotta go with Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm.
Like you said, great songs, great story. Tim Burton at his finest with this movie.
Yep.
Yeah, all around good movie. We watch it every year. Zoya's already watched it like 3 times. She loves it. In her dance class, like she's in a ballet dance class, and they do like a piano version of "This Is Halloween" that they dance to around.
Halloween, Halloween, Halloween,
Halloween,
Halloween.
So yeah, all around, great movie, and I will not be saving it for the Christmas movie draft. Brandon, I will take it here.
You could do, but
Halloween.
do both.
Yeah, I might. I'm crazy.
Well, it's awesome. And then literally, like Savannah's been, I think she's watched it like 3 times the last like 2 days.
Mhm.
But and there's also the sing along version where it pops the
Mhm.
words up at
Yeah.
the bottom. You can watch that, and she is
Well, that's the thing.
taking advantage.
The
Yeah.
music's great, but when you hear it on loop, I can see it getting a little bit old.
Yeah.
I'm not joking when I say right before we logged on this, and I was like helping her out, like going
Turn
to
the
bed.
music down.
We were singing that going up the stairs. Like
Yeah.
this is Halloween.
Cause I, Jack, the Pumpkin King.
Nice. All right, Brandon, you got 2 back-to-back picks here.
me see. Let me go to my notes. I got a bunch. I think I'm gonna go more scary. These are more for me,
Mm-hmm.
more for Daddy, and not for Eric. But let's see. This one is probably one of the scarier movies I've seen, definitely in the last couple years. And I remember when I watched it. I think the first time I watched it, when was it? I feel like I was at my old house, like down in the basement by myself, just scared out of my mind. But Hereditary. Have y'all watched that one? Eric, have you read the wiki?
I have read the wiki. I've had friends tell me about the movie, and I will. And the director did Midsommar, Brandon.
Yeah.
So I would love to watch it, but I know that's a no-fly zone, brother.
It's a messed up one, but a lot of demented and a lot of being possessed and just all the great. Yeah, there's cults that just everything you want for a good scare fest. So
dude,
watch that.
What am I?
Did you say you've seen it, Ish?
I have not seen it. I've heard about it, but I've not seen
watch
it.
It's messed up.
I don't want to. I mean, it's a spoiler to like a movie that came out like 10 years ago. But at the time, one of my coworkers, he was like, "Dude," he goes, "There's a part in there. There's a twist that literally like made me gasp. It's like deep in my core." With Brandon, when the little girl,
there's some scary stuff
when they're in the car.
Yeah, there's some scary. I mean, it's just as scary. It's almost like I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it's just scary. Like, watch it alone in the dark, dude. Watch it in your living room, like sit on one couch.
No.
For those
with his
back to the kitchen,
in the back door, the front door, the stairs,
dude. Anish's living room is a perfect setup for like a horror movie murder. Like you're sitting on the couch and your back is just completely exposed to like open air. Like
not watching The Strangers in this house.
Nope. Dude, I remember watching that in the college house we had, and I remember being like terrified.
Yep.
Because I'm like, oh cool, there's about 20 ways into this house.
Yeah. And we had like no curtains. We had like the sheer curtains that you can just see through.
Yeah, so they're like paper.
Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of windows in that house too. Yeah. Like a lot of entry points.
All right, Brandon, your second pick.
Honestly, I thought one of y'all might take this one because I do remember. I think we actually texted about it with my brother not too long ago. We watched it with my brother in Cookeville when he came up to visit The Descent. That's like another just spine tingling, like scary one. It's like a group of women. They go to like a cabin, but they end up going to like a cave and
an unmarked cave
and an undiscovered cave.
There's like cannibals that live down in there, basically like demon cannibals. But that's a scary movie. Like it's already set in the dark in a cave. But
Brandon,
just another good jump scare one.
I saw that movie in theaters, and I remember being like, I'm gonna leave this like auditorium right now. Because especially the first time you watch it, you're like, oh, this is like terrifying. Like this isn't just like jump scares. This is like high tension,
creepy.
You have creepy as hell. And then I remember for a while, one of my favorite things is when you would show it to somebody for the first time. I remember like showing my dad and brother at the same time, and literally watching
what we did to
them,
my brother. Yeah,
squirm in their seat when you're like, oh yeah, this shit gets very scary.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Stop,
Lily. Why would she come in that talk? Why? Just give me that.
Oh, that is
God. I can't even open. Need something open. What are you doing up? It's 11 o'clock at night. I can't even open this. Why is it?
My goodness, dude!
All right, Dad. Oh my God, that's hilarious, Lily.
Scared. Did y'all hear her? Did y'all hear her?
No.
I literally came up the stairs.
Yeah, Lily, I got headphones in.
Well, you didn't see me?
No, the
I'm gonna need
computer was
playback
like
I'm gonna need
this.
playback of that.
Yeah.
Gosh. I'm sitting talking about the scariest movie ever, Lily.
Yeah.
I'm talking about we were literally setting the scene for Anish's scary living room.
Lily's taking over our podcast now.
Oh.
Gosh,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Luckily, there wasn't like glass around me. Like,
Dude, remember I told you the story about how Zoya did that to me when we were gaming?
gosh.
That was my
Yeah.
exact reaction.
I don't even know what she had something for me to open. She's like, "Can you open this?" Oh my gosh.
That was
That was
great.
perfect.
Mid-draft
That's
of the scary
perfect.
draft. That's great.
Oh my goodness. All right. I don't know if you had anything else to say, Brandon, before you got cut off there.
The Descent.
I know what I was
You don't
talking
remember?
about.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't like being scared anymore. No.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep moving then. I'll go and go with my third pick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with something that came out when we were in high school, I believe. And I remember when I first saw it, I was like, "This is the scariest thing I've ever seen," and that's gonna be The Ring.
Mm.
Have you guys ever seen that?
Oh yes, I have
Yeah.
seen
Hey,
that.
I didn't die.
It wasn't more for you, Brandon. I was asking Eric if he saw it.
I have seen The Ring. It comes
Yeah.
to the TV.
Yeah, and anytime you'd have like a power surge in the middle of the night and your TV pops on, it's just that like staticky screen. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
And it does the thing where you think they've like the safety has been like kind of reestablished where you're like, hey,
Yep.
it's all gonna work out. And then it's like,
Nope.
no, what's happening?
Yeah, just an
That was
absolute.
That was like
Go ahead,
early high
Brandon.
school too, so that was like
Mhm.
still prime like movie watching. Like you're still a kid, you know,
Yep.
like to be scared.
Mhm.
I don't know what am I talking about. I just got terrified just now.
Yeah.
You know, those totally random times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, everything about that movie was just terrifying. The TV, the girl coming
Mhm.
out of the TV, just the look of the girl, everything was just scary as hell. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with The Ring. All right, Eric, you got your last two picks here.
My last two. Okay, so I'm gonna go with another one that is a staple, and I don't know if I'm proudly, but I can state Katie has been to this location. But the original or Disney Channel original movie, Halloween Town, the witches, the decorum, the skeleton characters, the trolls, everything. It's another one of those daytime. It's a daytime viewing Halloween movie where it sets up just the general vibe. It's not scary in any way at all. Calabar is not that scary as a villain, but it's a good movie.
Nice. That's a good
another
pick.
one
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's an easy one to watch for the kids too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Also, this is totally random. Did you know the grandmother witch in that movie is Debbie Reynolds, she was Carrie Fisher / Princess Leia's mom in real life?
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was some random bar trivia
That
you
was
just pulled out of your.
Little
Very
trivia
random.
for you.
Yeah.
Did you know?
And so
right,
I'm going to
last
go
pick
with
of the
another
draft.
one. Yeah, it's my last pick. My column is going to be completely different than your guys's, but I'm going with another Disney Channel original movie, Under Wraps. And can I do an honorable mention, or should I save that for after you guys go?
Yeah, let us go. If you're
Yeah,
gonna
let us
give
go
them
and then-
So I'm
something.
going Under
'cause-
Wraps. It's
yeah.
about a kid who a mummy awakens and he's trying to find his lover, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Side note on that, they scrubbed the original Under Wraps. If you go on
They
Disney
did?
Plus, it's like a remade one now.
Yeah, they made a
on Disney
remake. And
Plus.
of course, it was probably terrible.
Yeah, and you can't. It doesn't. Last time I checked, at least the original one from when we were growing up is not on there.
That's a bummer.
Maybe they put it back on or what, but I don't know. But yeah, it's a real bummer because the original is awesome. The original is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go in and wrap up my side of the draft here. I'm gonna go with the movie. Probably a franchise and a movie that's not for everybody, but I just thoroughly enjoyed these movies. They were just stupid, kind of slapstick comedy type movies. I'm gonna go with Ernest Scared Stupid.
Anish, I had that one. I had that one as an honorable mention.
Dude, such a good movie.
That would have been funny. Yeah.
So good. Ernest Scared Stupid was just fantastic. They had the trolls.
What is he? What was the name of the movie?
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Ernest Scared shit. Never mind. Go for it.
It's a tongue twister.
That's
eh?
an old one.
Uh-huh.
That's very old, very old. But an awesome movie. They had the trolls that are coming to take over the town, and the only thing that can defeat the trolls is chocolate milk.
Milk.
So they had to put milk in like these little squirt guns and fend
go
them
to
off.
war.
And it was
It was
just
literally a battle
yeah.
scene.
exactly. So, that movie, all the Ernest movies, I enjoy thoroughly. Like they're all fun.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Those are great.
slapstick comedy.
Mhm.
But yeah, the Ernest Scared Stupid, I had to go with that one. So that's gonna be my
Okay.
last pick of the draft.
Might have to add that one for one of my days for watching when I need a non-scary, like a non.
Yeah.
When I'm not fried like I am right now for getting
On edge.
spooked. That's so scary.
Is the hair on the back of your neck standing up, Brandon?
I'm nervous. I keep like,
Dude, I was scared for you, Brandon. Like my heart is, my adrenaline is going for you right now.
I mean, literally, like all the lights are out, like other than the room I'm in, and everybody was supposedly in bed. But I guess they're in bed, but not asleep. All right, so last pick of the
Last
draft,
pick.
right?
Yep.
God, I like totally underestimated y'all, or overestimated. I don't know. I have so many
Overestimated
picks.
us.
Yeah, I have so many picks left on my draft board. I think the only thing y'all took was Scream.
Screams. That's a good one, Anish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I probably
that-
had.
that
I
one-
probably had some that are on your board, but I just decided to go in a different direction.
I'm like, I have so many good ones to pick from. I don't even know what to do. Let's go 10 rounds now. I'm gonna do one that I just watched for the first time a couple days ago. I sent Eric the trailer just because I knew it would scare him. But it's called Evil Dead Rise. Just came out last year. Look it up, Anish, or I'll send you the trailer afterwards.
I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
I saw the
that
trailer.
was
I've seen the trailer.
freaking scary.
Yeah.
It's basically from the Evil Dead franchise, but it's not. So there's that original Evil Dead trilogy, which that was on my list as well. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the original trilogy. This one's kind of a one-off from that. Doesn't really have anything to do with that. There is a bunch of like nods to it, little Easter eggs in it. I won't spoil, but that you're like, oh yeah, that was in Evil Dead too. But it is God, it's just freaking scary. It's I mean, kind of along the same lines. You read from kids get a possessed book, read from it. It starts something and demon comes, possesses it, starts going through the different family members. I mean, kids are getting impacted. That's one thing where it's like kids are getting hurt and possessed. You're like, oh, we're going for gold here.
Mm-hmm.
There's one scene, it's in the trailer, so it doesn't spoil anything, but like the mom's possessed at this time and she's like in the bathtub and like freaking out, and one of the little girls is like, are you okay, mommy? And then the demon is just like, mommy's with the maggots now. Like at that point I was like, God, what am I watching? And like I was watching it like midnight. I was like,
What
I'm
have I
gonna have a
done?
nightmare tonight. But don't let that scare you away, Anish. That's just a good scare. If you just want to be scared, that I was legit scared at watching that one. About as scared as I was just a second ago.
Nice. Yeah. Now that I'm like thinking about it, there was actually a lot of movies I feel like that we really probably could have gone 10 rounds. There's so many good movies still out there. What did you guys have for some honorable mentions?
I literally had Ernest Scared Stupid, but I had Sleepy Hollow. That's another good set the tone
Sleepy Hollow is a good
Yeah.
one.
kind of movie.
I had Saw, like the whole Saw franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one that I really wanted to pick. I was battling this 28 Days Later.
Mm.
Y'all remember that?
It's a good one.
Because that like really brought back that really like started like the big zombie kick.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the first movie I saw with like fast zombies.
And the zombies
Like,
were
those used to
terrifying.
sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
The
scary.
rage
Uh,
virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Amityville
Con-
Horror was another one.
yeah. Conjuring, Midsommar, Eric mentioned it.
Yeah.
I like Conjuring. That's a good one. That whole
I haven't
series.
seen that one. I know what it is. I'm never watching The Conjuring. That trailer.
Hills Have Eyes. That was
Hills Have Eyes. Yep, that's a good
that
one.
was not a
I will
great
say-
movie, but scary.
I will say one thing that I do like about scary movies, even though I don't watch them, is scary movies have like some of the best trailers out there. Like, do you remember the
especially,
original
like, the
Conjuring
scary
trailer?
ones.
The one where the girls
Yeah,
playing
it was
the
very
clap
scary.
game, the clap game, and the girls are blindfolded. Or they were blindfolded.
Yes.
And oh, dude, I remember being in theater going to see like a lighthearted, probably like the 40-Year-Old Virgin or something, and then Forgetting Sarah Marshall or something in theaters, and then that trailer playing, and you're like, "What the? I did not sign up for this."
Yeah. What happened to playing trailers that are associated with similar
Yeah,
to
what
the
about
movie you're watching?
comedies, dramedies?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good drive. We definitely could have gone much longer,
Yeah.
but
Did you watch
you
The
guys ever watch-
Barbarian?
Mm-mm.
no.
I know you've seen
You
that
told me
trailer,
about
Eric.
it. You told me about it.
I never will.
Brandon.
Great
It's
trailer.
scary too. The
Great
end of
trailer.
it, I didn't love the way it ended, but most of it's pretty freaking scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two people go to an Airbnb by mistake. They both rent it, or somehow they both get it, but there's some shenanigans going on underneath. Like there's like a secret passageway underneath, and there's just not good stuff.
That
going on
trailer's
anything else,
terrifying,
but
and the Wikipedia is
it's
great
very
because you're
scary.
like, "What the hell?" Brandon, no, you told me about it in detail about how it like stuck in your brain.
That was one. Yeah, there were some scenes. The next morning, I woke up thinking about it. I was like drinking my coffee the next morning.
no.
Like,
No, that's a hard.
I was
no.
kind of messing.
Hard
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah,
Like I said, I didn't love the way it ended, like the plot, but it was scary.
Nice.
If you want to shake a little bit, it's good.
Well, all right, boys. We're back in the saddle. Another
hour and a
episode in the
half.
books. Hour and a half in the books. Figured this would be a longer episode since obviously it's been
Right
a couple
on.
weeks since we
We'll have
met.
to catch
but,
up.
yeah, we did it, boys. Anything else we missed for this week?
no, it's good
Nope.
to be back.
All right. Yeah, good
I'm
to be
Good to
back.
see you, boys.
Yeah,
As
buddy.
always. Yep. All right. Till next week. We'll see you guys then.